The city hums under a blanket of twilight, the kind of evening where streetlights flicker to life one by one, casting long shadows across wet pavement. Somewhere in the backseat of an Uber, Sarah, woman with a messy bun and a coffee stain on her sleeve, leans her forehead against the cool glass of the window, watching the world blur past. She's exhausted. It has been one of those days where nothing went right. Her presentation at work ran long, her lunch order was wrong. And now, thanks to a subway delay, she's stuck in traffic scrolling through her phone just to pass the time. The Uber driver, a man in his 50s with a faded baseball cap, taps his fingers on the steering wheel to the rhythm of a classic rock song. The car smells faintly of pine air freshener and old leather. Then movement. A small, crumpled shape near the gutter catches Sarah's eye. At first, she thinks it's a discarded sweater or a pile of leaves. But then it twitches. The Uber slows at a red light, and suddenly, the shape resolves into something alive. An opossum, no bigger than a kitten, its fur matted with rain and grime. It's trembling, its sides heaving in quick, shallow breaths. One of its ears is torn at the tip, and its paws tiny and pink like a newborn. Escribo weak-lead against the concrete, as if trying to find purchase in a world that left it behind. Sarah's breath catches. She's not a wildlife expert. She doesn't even own a pet. But something about the way this creature looks, up its black eyes wide with a mix of fear, exhaustion, makes her stomach drop. The light turns green. The car inches forward. "Stop the car," she says suddenly. The driver blinks at her in the rearview mirror. "Ma'am, I need to get out right here." He hesitates. "This isn't your stop, and it's not exactly safe." He gestures to the dimly lit street, the boarded-up bodega on the corner. Sarah doesn't care. Her fingers are already fumbling with the seatbelt. "That animal won't make it through the night," she says, more to herself than to him. Before he can argue, she's shoving a crumpled 20 into his hand and pushing the door open. The humid city air hits her face as she steps onto the sidewalk, her boots splashing in a shallow puddle. The opossum freezes at her approach. It's too weak to run, too tired to hiss. Up close, she can see the fleas moving through its fur, the way its ribs press against its skin like the bars of a tiny cage. She kneels slowly, her knees pressing into the damp concrete. "Hey," she murmurs, her voice softer than she's ever heard it. It's okay. She doesn't know how to pick up a wild animal. Does it bite? Will it scratch her? She remembers a vague fact from a nature documentary: opossums are more likely to play dead than attack, but this one just stares at her, its chest rising and falling too fast. Shrugging out of her jacket, she drapes it over her hands like a makeshift barrier and gently scoops the creature up. It's lighter than she expected, barely a handful of bones and fur. Its tiny claws hook into the fabric of her sleeves, clinging to her like she's the last solid thing in the world. Behind her, the Uber driver hasn't driven away. He's watching through the open door, his expression caught between disbelief and concern. "You're really taking that thing?" he asks. Sarah doesn't look up. "Yeah, it's a rat with a fancy tail. It's a baby," she snaps, sharper than she means to. The opossum flinches in her arms, and she forces herself to exhale. "Look, I can't leave it here." The driver sighs, rubbing his forehead. "Lady, I've been driving this car for 12 years. I've seen people forget phones, laptops, even a kid's birthday cake once. But this," he shakes his head, "this is a first." Sarah almost laughs. The absurdity of it, her in her work blouse and pencil skirt, cradling a shivering opossum on the side of the road, hits her all at once. But then the creature lets out a tiny, rasping sound, almost like a whimper, and her resolve hardens. Her phone buzzes in her pocket. A text from her roommate. "Where are you? Dinner's getting cold." Sarah types back with one hand. "Emergency, don't wait up." Then she opens her browser and starts searching. "Wildlife rescue near me. Open now. Opossum, urgent care."